Hello children and viewers. So in the previous class I explained about the Young's double slit experiment. So in the Young's double slit experiment, so we derived the formula for what is the distance of the nth dark band or what is the distance of the nth bright band from center of the screen or at the center of the screen which is formed, so the bright band. So that's why it is called the central bright band or central maxima. So from that we are going to find out the fringe width or band width. After that, whether the interference can obey the law of conservation of energy or not, we are going to discuss in this class. So now coming to the band width or fringe width. So the band width or fringe width is the same, nothing but the band width, or it may be called as fringe width. So the bandwidth or fringe width is denoted with the letter beta. This is called the beta. So the definition of the bandwidth or fringe width is nothing but, so the distance between the two adjacent dark fringes or the distance between the two adjacent bright fringes or bands will be called as the bandwidth or fringe width. So what is the bandwidth or fringe width? So the distance between two adjacent bright fringes or dark fringes. So fringes may be called as bands. So that is the definition of the distance between the two adjacent bright fringes or dark fringes. So next we have to find the formula of the bandwidth. So now consider, so this is the screen that will be used in the Young's double slit experiment. Now consider, so this is the center of the screen, it is represented with letter O. So what it is O? O is nothing but center of the screen. At the center of the screen which is formed? Bright band. So that's why it is called the central bright band. Central bright band or fringe. Central bright band or fringe. So next in the Young's double slit experiment, from the central band we derived the formula for what is the distance of the nth bright band and what is the distance of the nth dark band. So what is the formula? So the distance of nth bright band, from O. From O means what? Center of the screen or central bright band. What is the formula? The distance. Why denote the distance? The distance of the nth bright band. Y suffix NB. Y suffix N represents the distance of the nth. B means band, and the distance of nth bright band is equal. What is the formula? So n lambda, n into wavelength of the light into capital D. Here capital D is nothing but distance between the two slits and screen, by small d. Small d is nothing but what? Distance between the two slits. Now consider this equation 1. Now coming to the distance of, so the distance of nth dark band, the distance of nth dark band from O. So what is the formula? That is the distance of the nth dark band. D means dark here, B means bright. So the distance of nth dark band is equal to 2n minus 1 into lambda into capital D by small d. So this represents the distance of the nth dark band from O. So now coming to the screen. So here this is center of the screen. So after that, so in the upper part, let us consider, so this is the position of the first dark band. And after that, let us consider this is the position of the first bright band. This is a central or zero bright band. And after that, first dark band, first bright band. And next after consider, so this is the second dark band formed here. And now consider this is the position of the second bright band. And nothing but in the interference, alternatively dark and bright bands are formed. But if the center bright band is formed, that's why these are called the central bright band. All the bands distance can be measured from where? Center of screen or central bright band. So after finding the two successive bright bands or two successive dark bands, successive or consecutive or adjacent, both are same here. So this is the first dark band. First of all, we have to calculate the what is the distance of the first dark band from center of the screen, and then after we have to find the what is the distance of the second dark band from O. So by finding the second dark band distance and first dark band distance, so when we subtract these two, we get the bandwidth for two dark fringes. In the same way, finding the first bright distance from O, finding the second bright band distance from O. So after finding the two distance, when we subtract one from another, then we get the bandwidth in case of the bright fringes. So first of all, I am finding the first dark band distance and nothing but this one. So how I get the first dark band distance? If I substitute n equal to 1 here, if n equal to 1, so then you get that the distance of first dark band distance from center of the screen. So if n equal to 1, substitute in this equation, what you get? 2 into 1, 2 minus 1, 1 into lambda d, so lambda d by small d, lambda into capital D by small d. This is the distance of the first dark band from center of the screen. Now this is the distance. So this distance is how much? So lambda capital D by small d. This is the distance of the first dark band from center of the screen. Okay, you find the distance of the first dark band. Next you have to find the distance of the second dark band. How I get the distance of the second dark band? If I substitute n equal to 2 here. So if n equal to 2 is substituted in this equation, 2 into 2, n means 2 here, 2 into 2, 4, 4 minus 1, 3, so 3 into lambda d, 3 lambda. So the distance of the second dark band is equal to 3 lambda d by, sorry, here the formula is 2d, so I forgotten, sorry. So the distance of nth dark band from O is nothing but what is the formula? So 2n minus 1 lambda into d by 2d, sorry I forgotten. So that's why what you get here, 2d here, by, sorry. So what is the distance of the nth dark band from O? 2n minus 1 into lambda capital D by 2 into small d. So that way if I n equal to 1 substitute here, you get the lambda d by 2d, 2 small d here. This is the distance of the first dark band. And now what is the distance of the second dark band? So that is nothing but, if I substitute n equal to here, 2 into 2, 4, 4 minus 1, 3, 3 into lambda d by 2d. So now this is the, here the second dark band is formed from the second dark band to center of the screen here. So this how much distance? This is the 3 lambda d, 3 lambda capital D by small 2d, the 2 into small d. So now you get the distance of the second dark band from center of the screen, the distance of the first dark band from the center of the screen. So if I subtract this first dark band distance from the second dark band distance, then you get the bandwidth. So what is the bandwidth? The bandwidth is represented with letter beta. So the bandwidth. So the bandwidth of what? Two adjacent dark fringes. So that is beta. So what is the beta here? So the beta is the distance of the two adjacent dark fringes. What are the adjacent? This is the first dark band and this next one is the next adjacent is the second dark band. So that way the distance of the second dark band distance minus the distance of the first dark band distance. So the beta equal to, what is the distance of the second dark band distance? That is 3 lambda d by 2 into small d minus, what is the distance of the first dark band distance from center of the screen? Lambda capital D by 2 small d. So here denominators are same. So that's why you have to directly subtract. So 3 lambda d, that is how much? So 2 lambda capital D by 2 into small d. So this 2 will be cancelled. Then what you get? You get the, so the beta equal to, so lambda into capital D by small d. So this is called the what? This is called the bandwidth. Bandwidth in case of the two dark fringes. In case of the two adjacent dark bands. So that's why this is called the bandwidth of the what? Dark fringes. Now we have to calculate the bandwidth in case of the bright fringes. So first of all we have to find what is the distance of this first bright band from center of the screen. and then after you have to calculate what is the distance of the second bright band distance from the center of the screen. By finding these two distances, when you subtract first bright band distance from the second bright band distance, then you get the bandwidth for two bright fringes or bright bands. So bright band, sorry. So if n equal to 1 substitute here, if n equal to 1 is substitute here, you get the distance of the first bright band distance from the center of the screen. If n equal to 1 substitute, what happened? 1 into lambda d. So the lambda d by small d. So this is the distance of the first bright band from the center of the screen. That is how much? Lambda capital D by small d. And now if n equal to 2 substituted in this equation, you get the second bright band distance. So second bright band distance is equal to, if n equal to substitute 2 into lambda d, 2 lambda d by small d. So now this is how much? This is the 2 lambda d by small d. So now you get the second bright band distance and first bright band distance. So what is the bandwidth? In case of the two bright fringes, the distance between the two adjacent bright fringes. These are the two adjacent bright fringes. So that's why the bandwidth. Bandwidth beta is nothing but what? So the distance of beta is equal, what is the formula? So the distance of the second bright band distance minus the distance of the first bright band distance. So the beta equal to, what is the distance of the second bright band distance? 2 lambda capital D by small d minus, what is the distance of the first bright band distance? Lambda capital D by small d. So when I subtract, what you get? Beta is equal to lambda, 2 lambda d minus lambda d is nothing but lambda d, lambda capital D by small d. So now this is the what? Bandwidth of the two adjacent bright fringes. But when you observe these two equations, this is the equation 3 and this is the equation 4. Now observe. So this is a bandwidth in case of the dark fringes, this is a bandwidth in case of the bright fringes. So both are the same, and the bandwidth of the bright fringes and bandwidth of the dark fringes will be same. And from this end, what you conclude? So the distance will be same here, that two adjacent bright fringes and two adjacent dark fringes, and nothing but. So from these two you can conclude that. So what is the width of the bright band? That equal to width of the dark band. Then only the bandwidth will be same, and nothing but. For example, so this is the center of the screen. So now consider. So this is the width of the. This is the width of the central bright band. Central bright band. Now consider. This is the width of the first dark band. This is the width of the first dark band, and this is the width of the first bright band, and this is the width of the second dark band. So here the width will be same. For example, if the central bright band is formed with the width of 1 centimeter, and the first dark band is also formed with the same width 1 centimeter, and the first bright band is also formed with the same 1 centimeter, and the second dark band is also formed with the same 1 centimeter, and nothing but here. So all the bands are formed with the same width. అంటే సెంట్రల్ బ్రైట్ బ్యాండ్ అనేది ఎంత విడ్త్ తో ఫామ్ అయిందో ఫస్ట్ డార్క్ బ్యాండ్ కూడా అంతే, ఫస్ట్ బ్రైట్ బ్యాండ్ కూడా అంతే, సెకండ్ డార్క్ బ్యాండ్ కూడా అంతే. అంటే నథింగ్ బట్ ఆల్ ద బ్యాండ్స్ that may be dark band or that may be bright band or that may be dark fringe or the dark fringe, so all will be formed with the same width that you have to remember. Now coming to the, so if you observe this bandwidth, if you observe the bandwidth formula, if you observe the bandwidth formula, what is the bandwidth formula? So the bandwidth formula beta is equal to lambda capital D by small d. So now in this equation there is no n value, there is no n value, there is no n value, and nothing but, so this bandwidth is independent of this order of the band, so it is does not depend upon n value. The beta is does not depend on n value. N is nothing but order, and but so the bandwidth is directly proportional to wavelength, and the bandwidth is directly proportional to distance between the slits and screen, and nothing but if the wavelength will be increases, bandwidth is also increased. For example, the wavelength of the red light will be more compared to the violet color. That's why if you use the red light, the bandwidth will be increases. So why? The bandwidth is directly proportional. More lambda, more bandwidth. Less lambda, less bandwidth. And as well, if the distance between the slit and screen will be also increases, the bandwidth is also increases by keeping the distance between the two slits is constant. And as well as, so the beta is inversely proportional to distance between the two slits. And nothing but if the distance between the two slits is very small, then only the bandwidth will be more. And if the distance between the two slits will be increases, the bandwidth will be what? Decreases. The bandwidth will be decreased. So these are the three things you have to remember from this bandwidth. So now coming to the law of conservation of energy. Law of conservation of energy in case of interference. To explain this one, I am taking what is the intensity of light in case of the interference is formed at a place. So the formula is the intensity of the light formula at a point or at a place is the intensity of the light due to interference of the waves, coherent waves is equal to, so that is I1 plus I2 plus 2 into root I1 root I2 into cos phi. So this is called the resultant intensity, I suffix r. So the resultant intensity due to the two waves whose intensity is the I1 and I2. So I1 is the intensity of first wave, and I2 will be the intensity of the second wave. I1 is the intensity of the first wave and I2 is the intensity of the second wave alone. So if they are superimposed at a point, so the interference will be takes place. Due to that, the intensity of the light become maximum or minimum. So but that can be depend upon which value? The pi value. Pi here nothing but phase. So if so the cos pi equal to 1, then the constructive interference can be takes place. Which will be takes place? Constructive interference. Constructive interference will be takes place. Constructive interference will be takes place. So if cos pi equal to -1, so then what will be takes place? Destructive interference. So when the destructive interference will be takes place, so when the constructive interference will be takes place, the intensity of the light become maximum. When the destructive interference will be takes place, the intensity of the light become minimum. But that depend upon what? Cos value. So the cos pi, when the cos pi equal to 1, constructive interference will be takes place, the intensity of the light become maximum. So when the cos pi equal to -1, this destructive interference will be takes place. So when the cos pi equal to 1, if pi and nothing but the phase difference is either 0 or 2 pi radians or 4 pi radians or as well as what? 2n pi, general term is 2n pi. So when the two waves are superimposed with either phase difference 0, 2 pi radians, 4 pi radians, or the general term will be the 2n pi, where n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So then only the intensity of the light become maximum. That will be called as what? Constructive interference. So either if the two waves are superimposed with the phase difference pi radians or 3 pi radians or 5 pi radians and so on, or so the general term will be the 2n minus 5, but where n equal to 1, 2, 3 here. Remember, if I take the 2n plus 1 pi, you take the n equal to 0. If you take the 2n minus 1 pi, you have to take the n equal to 1, 2, 3. So 2n minus 1 గా తీసుకుంటే n 1 తో స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. 2n plus 1 కనుక తీసుకుంటే n అనేది 0 తో స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. You have to remember. So now, in case of the constructive interference, and nothing but when the intensity of the light become maximum, so what is formed? Bright band. Bright band is formed. So when the bright band is formed, so what is the intensity? So the resultant intensity I suffix r equal to. So when the bright band is formed, when the cos pi equal to 1, and nothing but the phase difference is either 0, 2 pi, 4 pi. So that's why when cos pi 1 equal to substitute in this equation, what you get? So you get that I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 I2 cos phi is nothing but 1. So 2 into root I1 root I2 into 1 is nothing but again what? 2 root I1 into I2. This is called the maximum intensity or the resultant intensity when the bright band is formed. So this is also called as, this resultant intensity is also called as what? So the maximum intensity. What is the maximum intensity? I1 plus I2 plus 2 into root I1 root I2. So if the cos pi equal to -1, either the phase difference of the two waves are pi radians, 3 pi radian, 5 pi radians, then the resultant intensity become minimum. So what is the resultant intensity? And nothing but when the destructive interference takes place, which band is formed? So the dark band is formed. So in case of when the waves are superimposed with these phase difference, the cos pi become -1. When the cos pi become -1, when I substitute here, what you get? So the resultant intensity I suffix r equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 into root I1 root I2 cos pi is nothing but what? -1. So this plus into minus, that's why the resultant intensity I suffix r equal to I1 plus I2 plus into minus 2 into root I1 root I2. So this resultant intensity will be called as what? Here the minimum intensity. This is the minimum intensity. So I1 plus I2 plus 2 minus root I1 root I2. So this is the minimum intensity formula. This is the maximum intensity formula when this bright band is formed. This is the minimum intensity formula when the dark band is formed. But interference, you can observe that. So the alternatively dark, and this is called the central bright band. And next, what is formed? First dark band. And next, what is formed? First bright band. And next, what is formed? Second dark band. And next, what is formed? Second bright band is formed. And alternatively dark and bright bands are formed, fringes are formed. But when you observe this equation, these two equations, this equation 1 and equation 2. So by observing this equation, what you get? When the two waves are superimposed with in phase is nothing but 0 or 2 pi or 4 pi radians, this is the maximum intensity. And when these two waves are superimposed out of phase or destructive interference. So what is the intensity? This is the intensity. But when you observe these two equations, so these are the two terms different here. So the I1 plus I2, and nothing but, so the maximum intensity will be what here? It will be more than, it will be how much more than? More than the sum of the, how much more than the sum of the intensity of the individual waves? Here the sum of the intensity of the individual wave is I1 plus I2. So but the resultant intensity or the maximum intensity will be how much more? So that is only 2 into root I1 I2. So this value will be more here. In case of it, when the bright band is formed, the intensity will be how much more compared to the dark band? So this 2 I1 I2. So but here when in this case of the bright band is formed, so when the two waves are superimposed with the intensity I1 and I2, so the resultant intensity will be more than the sum of the two individual waves by how much? 2 into root I1 I2. And this much of intensity will be increases in case of the bright band. So but when we observe the dark band, so when the dark band is formed, so the resultant intensity is nothing but, so it will be decreased by how much? Minus means what? Decreased. Plus means what? Here increased. And here increased by 2 into root I1 I2. Here decreased by how much? Decreased again 2 into root I1 I2. And nothing but, so in case of the bright band, how much intensity will be increases? In case of the dark band, so that much of amount will be decreases. And nothing but how much amount of the light will be increased in the bright band, the same amount of the light will be decreased in the dark band. And nothing but here the light energy will be neither created nor destroyed in case of the interference. Because for example, in the first bright band, how much amount of the light will be increased? Now in the first dark band, that amount will be decreased. Either in the second dark band, that amount will be decreased. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ ఒక బ్రైట్ బ్యాండ్ లోపల లైట్ ఎంత ఇంక్రీజ్ అయిందో దాని పక్కన ఉన్న డార్క్ బ్యాండ్ లోపల అంతే డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. So that you have to remember. And the energy will be shifted only from one place to another place. But it is neither created nor destroyed. That is about the law of conservation of energy in case of interference. And interference obeys the law of conservation of energy.